Child, come here, y'all. Come here. I ate so much yesterday, so that milkshake was still cold. Well, let me just drink the rest of it then. I moved to Texas without a job. God say it's time to move. You need to move. I walk by faith and not by sight, honey. When I tell you, hey y'all, good morning. Child, I just realized I ain't got my earrings on. But anyways, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, October the 19th. Welcome back to my channel. Child, it is cold outside. It's 40 degrees, child. I had to put on my little cardigan and everything. I'm like, okay. But later on today, it's supposed to get back up into the 80s, I think, or the 70s. I don't know. I didn't know how to dress, so I put on my little flat shoes and a cardigan. I wanted to play it safe. I wanted to put on my boots. But then I was like, girl, you doing too much. It ain't gonna be that cold when you get off. So, yeah, I just put on some flats. But anyways, y'all, child, come here, y'all, come here. I ate so much yesterday. I am ashamed. I am ashamed of myself. Y'all, I had that Chick-fil-A autumn spice milkshake, and I only drank half of it during lunch. But then I left it in my car. So, you know, so I won't bother it anymore. It's going to be all melted and nasty and stuff. Child, when I got back to my car, when I got off, you know, it was cool yesterday. It was cool yesterday. So that milkshake was still cold. I was like, okay, well, let me just drink the rest of it then. And then y'all know I had that sandwich from Wingstop. So that was for lunch. When I got home, Joey warmed up wings. So I had wings, and then I didn't know if I want to do a salad or I didn't know if I want to do the ham or the au gratin potatoes with the green chili in it, or wings with a salad. So you know my fat ass chose wings with the au gratin potatoes. So now we're gonna have to get this together today because I felt bad yesterday, y'all. I just So I got my green juice. I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle, and then for lunch, you know, we're in a Adventist hospital, so they thrive on healthy foods and spiritual and all that stuff. So everything is turkey this, turkey that. There's no pork, so I'm gonna just go in there and just get some of that mess, child, because I feel bad. I feel real bad, so I won't feel bad about eating that food because it's healthier, so they say. Hey y'all, I'm on my lunch break, and I got, they call it a haystack here, but it's actually a taco salad, but I didn't get no chips or anything, so aren't y'all proud of me? Because I was, ooh, child, yesterday. So all I got is the beef. I don't know if it's turkey or I don't know. The meat. We gonna say we got the meat. The cilantro, the cheese, sour cream, pinto beans, pico de gallo, and cheese. Did I already say that? And this, whatever this salsa is. I probably didn't need to get the sour cream, but child, I need to get something with some taste in it. And I got this, what is this? Kahlua hot sauce. Kahlua or Cholula. I don't know. Whichever one it is. I need a little spice in my life. So that's all I got, child. And I got, of course, my green juice. So y'all, this vlog may be boring because I ain't did nothing but come home. I mean, go to work and going home. Unless we can do a little mukbang right now with my food. Y'all can't see it. He put a lot of sour cream on there too, because my shit is white. I mean, I like sour cream, but Lord, I probably won't even eat all this because I don't like to feel full when I'm at work, child, because because I'll be quick. I mean quick to clock out. Swipe my badge and clock the hell on out. Well, since I got y'all on the line, I guess we can talk about my move from Mississippi to Texas. So I guess we can do like a little car chat. And I'm going to do the short version of my move from a little small town in Mississippi to Texas. Okay, y'all. So August 2015 is when I moved to Texas from Mississippi. Now, I never been to Texas before in my life. I never driven so far in my life by myself. Well, actually ever. Because from Mississippi to Texas is like almost 9 hours. I've never been here. Let's see, like before August. What month was it? I want to say it was around, it had to be around March or April is when I kind of decided that I wanted to move to Texas. My cousin, she stayed in Fort Worth at the time. And she was like, Kristy, why don't you just come down to Texas, and see what you can do here? Because I was working at the hospital in Texas, in Mississippi as well. And I was in the medical records department. But anyways, she was like, she put it in my head. So I started thinking. And I started thinking. And I started praying. And she was like, yeah, if you move here, you can sleep on my couch and blah, blah, until you find a job. And then you can find your place or whatever. So like I said, I started thinking, and I started praying. And then, ding, 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 ding. And as I was thinking and praying, I was putting in job applications and all that stuff. And then I was like, I'm such a loner. So I was like, I don't want to move to Texas, to another state, and be sleeping on somebody's couch. That's not what I'm about. I mean, I like to be alone. I mean, I like my own space. I need a door to my room. I need my own bathroom and all of that. So I was like, even though the offer was great, that's my cousin. She offered, and I was like, But anyways, y'all. So like I said, I was putting in applications and all that stuff. I didn't get a call back, but I did inquire about the apartments there. I went online and researched some apartments, and I think I asked my mom, I was like, do you think I can move to Texas without a job? Well, get an apartment without a job in Texas? She was like, I think so. Just pray about it, baby. And I was like, okay. So that's when I texted my cousin and said, do you think I can move to Texas without a job? Get an apartment without a job? She was like, I think you can. So, like I said, I started researching the apartments and everything. And I found an apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment. I think it was like 650 or 670 square foot. And the area was nice and everything. The reviews were nice. Well, it was a few little minor, reviews. Not bad reviews. Not bad reviews. But it was like, do you think I should move over there? But it was only like a little minor one. Like, something about the birds. Because there were a lot of birds over there. And then it was something else. And I was like, let me just try. So I called to the leasing office. And I asked them, I was like, look, I'm thinking about moving there. I had to lie to her. I was like, I got job interviews. Well, I did have job interviews lined up. And I was wanting to know if there was any way possible that I can move to get an apartment without having a job right now. And she was like, sure. She was like, fill out your the application. I think it was a credit application for $99. And then send me your 2 or 3 months of your check stubs or something like that, she said. And it was something else she told me to send. And I think my ID and all that stuff. So I think that was like on a maybe a Friday or so. Yeah, I think it was like on a Friday, because I was doing all that shit while I was at work, calling people and everything while I was at work, online, looking at apartments and everything, y'all. So I think that was that Friday morning. Child, I remember so vividly. It was a Saturday morning. I had just got off work, and it was raining or something. And I think I got off work at 12 because I was doing overtime at that hospital. But I got off at 12, and I was laying on my couch. And the people from the leasing office called me and said I was approved for an apartment. I was like, shut your mouth. So when she told me that, oh, I didn't even know what to think, because I didn't even know when I wanted to move. Well, I had in my head that I wanted to move before my birthday, which was September 6th. So I had started thinking, I was like, oh Lord, it's happening. So I started praying, and I told my mama. She was like, okay, when you want to move? I was like, I don't know. So child, I think I put in like a lot of job applications at hospitals, at the jail, at the county jail in Fort Worth. And child, I know one hospital, I think it was Baylor in Dallas, they called me and they wanted to do an interview, and I was like, I'm in Mississippi now. She was like, you haven't moved yet? I was like, no, I'm supposed to be moving such and such. And she was like, well, we're trying to fill the position immediately, so we'll just call you back, if we have something else available, and blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. So child, fast forward. I ended up getting a move-in date, and I told her that I wanted to be there before September, and she was like, well, we have some openings in August. I was like, oh really? I think this time it was around, it had to be around June. Yeah, this time was around June. So that's when I made up my mind that I wanted to move in August. And she was like, we have an availability August 15th. She was like, you can pay the deposit once you come, which was, I think it was half off because of the prorated whatever. And I was like, okay. So I filled out all the paperwork that I needed, and I was like, so which company should I choose for the electric company? She was like, well, this area has Texas, what is it, TXU electric company or whatever. I was like, okay. So I called there, and I had to put down a deposit and all that stuff so they can turn my lights on August 15th. So I had that squared away. But then I was like, okay, so who gonna move me? I have two brothers, so I just knew, I already knew that they were gonna move me anyways. So when I asked my brother, he was like, yeah, I can do that. I can get my other brother, and blah blah blah. I was like, okay. Child, come, I think it was the end of June or July, my brother got another job, so he wasn't gonna be able to move me, and my other brother wasn't gonna be able to do it without him. And I just didn't want nobody else, because I would have to house these people. I didn't trust nobody else to, move me. So I asked my uncle. My uncle was like, yeah, we can get Boo Ray and Billy Ray Bob, and I mean, just these dudes off the street that I know from blah blah blah. I was like, so that means I'm gonna have to house these dudes that's off the street, not off the street, but like dudes that's, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Child, I didn't let him know, but anyways, cause yeah, I didn't. So I had to call like a moving company, and the moving company was Mayflower, that was in Mississippi. So they were gonna come out and give me an estimate. So the guy came and gave me an estimate, because I didn't really, because being that I only had a 1-bedroom that's gonna be in Texas, I was in a townhouse, so I had a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and washer, dryer, dining room type, everything, there. But these apartments that I was gonna move in Texas, they didn't have like an area where you can put it was like a sunroom, put it that way. I think they enclosed the balcony, which I don't know why they did that, but they enclosed the balcony, so it was like a sunroom. Either I can put the dining table right there or use bar stools. So I didn't bring my dining room table. I told them when he came over there to do the estimate, I told him that I wasn't going to take the dining room table. I was just going to take all my living room furniture, my bedroom furniture, TV, washer, dryer, and all of that. And I think he gave me a quote of $1,200. So, yeah. It was $1,200, and then it went up to, I think, like $1,400 to $1,500. I don't know. So I got that squared away. And I told them that I was going to be moving August 15th. He was like, ooh, we're not going to be able to do it August 15th. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, it'd probably be the week after. So I was like, okay, well, that's fine because it's short notice and all this stuff. So, child, August 15th came around. It was going to be me and my mom driving. So, I took all that I can take, like my clothes that I would need for interviews and, you know, lounging clothes. And I took like pots and pans. I took my TV. I took my laptop. And I took like, I didn't have to take no microwave because the microwave was already there. And I took like towels, you know, the necessities that I needed. So my car was packed, child. I had a Honda Civic at the time. My car was packed. My trunk was packed and everything. But like I said, I have never been to Texas before. So I was a little scared. I was a little nervous, child. We left, I want to say it was on a Wednesday. August 15th was on a Wednesday. So we left that morning around 5 or 6. And we made it to Texas around 2 or 3. And like I said, I seen the apartments online. So I was praying that, Lord, don't let me be in the hood. Don't let me be in the freaking hood. But when I pulled up, I was like, oh my God, it's a nice area of these beautiful houses, this beautiful apartment. So I went in there. I paid my deposit, filled out all the paperwork and everything. Well, I think I checked the apartment first. It was on the 3rd floor. My mama counted 23 steps, y'all. She counted 23 steps. So we went to the apartment first to check it out. And I was like, oh my God, this is a little space for me. And it was so clean and everything. I was like, let's go sign this paperwork. We went back to the leasing office, signed the paperwork, and got everything done. Unloaded my car. And then I think that Thursday or that Friday, I had an interview at the county jails. The county jail. And then I had another interview at some hospital. So, child, needless to say, I didn't get the one at the hospital, but I got the one at the jail. And the jail, I had to do like an extensive background check. I had to take a lie detector test. I was like, all this for being just to be a clerk. I had to get a uniform and everything because the lady that interviewed me and the lady that hired me, she said, no, you won't be with no inmates. You won't be in this and that. You'll be in a nice little office and blah, blah, but you'll have to go down to the central booking area to get records or whatever. I was like, okay, that's fine. It took them, I would say 2 or 3 weeks before, I'm moving too fast, y'all. Okay. So I moved August 15th. I still didn't have my furniture. My mom stayed for a whole week. I think she left we got there that Wednesday. She left like on a Thursday, and I still, like that next Thursday, and I still didn't have my freaking furniture, child. So we were sleeping on floors, on pallets and everything, you know. So after she left, that's when I think the week after she left, that Monday, that's when I got my, hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. So after she left, I had to turn my air on, child. After she left, that's when I got my furniture that Monday. And I was able to get my furniture, but I still haven't heard back from the county jail yet because they had to do the background. Like I said, they had to do so much stuff, and that background packet was like this thick just for a clerk position. So, child, I finally got the call back, so I had to do the lie detector test. I had to go get my uniform and everything. So that, I think it was a Monday, and I started that Tuesday. So after I got my uniform and I did orientation and all of that, orientation, I was with the detention officers. I was the only clerk, and they were, they had to do the little physical whatever. But the lady that was training them, she was like, you're going to be in central booking. I was like, no, I'm not. She was like, yeah, you're going to be in central booking. You're going to be the clerk there, and you and somebody else. I was like, but I was told that I was going to be in a little office. She was like, no, you're going to be in central booking. So when I tell you my heart started beating like really, really fast, and it was beating because I was scared, and it was also beating because I was pissed. So when I got out of orientation, because I had to start work the next day, I called the woman that interviewed me, that hired me, that said I was going to be in central booking only. I mean, not central booking, that I was going to be in a office setting, and I won't be in central booking. All I had to do is just go to central booking for the medical records. She was like, no, you're going to be in the office. When I called, she was like, no, you're going to be in the office and blah, blah, blah. I said, that's not what they told me. She was like, okay, well, let me call, I forgot his name, but he's over central booking and all that stuff. So she called him, called me back. She was like, yeah, you're going to be in central booking. I was like, what do you mean I'm going to be in central booking? She was like, I said, where is that? I thought I was going to be in the freaking office. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I'll meet you there. What time you have to be there at 6 o'clock? I was like, yes, I have to be there at 6 o'clock. She was like, well, just meet me in the parking lot where you got interviewed, because the jail is right next door, or right across the street, and I'll validate your parking and everything. I'm like, pissed. I was so pissed. I was crying. And I called my mama. She was like, well, come home, baby. I was like, I ain't coming home, but I'm just pissed. So I got to the central booking, child, to my job, first day at my job, and I was horrified. I was on there with inmates, on the elevator with inmates. They were opening the elevators and everything. I was in a damn cafeteria with the freaking inmates. And when I tell you the smell was horrible, the smell was freaking horrible. I almost wanted to throw up every day I went in there. I'm like, I would see men jacking off. I would see guys in the central booking smearing shit all over the walls and everything. And it was just like, I don't know. Long story short, needless to say, I only made it 2 weeks. Thank God the hospital that I used to work at called me. When I tell you, I shit bricks. When I tell you, they called me on that Friday. So I called that woman on that Sunday. I didn't even call her because I was so pissed at her. I called her on that Sunday. I texted her and said, I would no longer be working here, honey. I found another job that's going to pay me more. And she was just trying to argue with me. So you're just going to leave? What she say? You're just going to leave? I know if you stay longer, you can be upgraded to, I guess, detention officer. And she told me the pay of that. I said, I will be making more than that over here at the hospital. There's no way I'm going to stay there for 60 days to get moved up to detention officer, only to be making $14 and some cent an hour. I said, I got bills to pay. I'm here by myself. I thank you for the opportunity, but you didn't tell me that I was going to be in central booking. You didn't. She was like, so that means are you gonna call? You want me to call the boss? I said, I'll call. I don't care. And she was like, no, I'll call. I'm like, what you asked me for then? But anyways, yeah. Needless to say, I started working at the hospital. But anyways, y'all, to make a long story short, because my time is limited. To make a long story short, I moved to Texas without a job. I was able to get an apartment without a job. So if you're thinking about moving, and if you praying about it, and then you hear the sign that says God, when you hear God say it's time to move, you need to move, because that's exactly what I did. I walk by faith and not by sight, honey. When I tell you God spoke to me, and I've been here ever since, child, ever since. Met my fiance here. I did a lot of dating. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, child, I was a dateaholic. When I tell you, I did like 2 or 3 dates a day. I did like 2 or 3 dates a day. But anyways, y'all, I met my fiance here. I'm working at another hospital. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Just keep the faith, y'all. If you want to move, child, just pray about it and move. I mean, if you want to move without a job, then move without a job. But child, it was a struggle. Not gonna lie, it was a whole struggle and a half. So, but I made it, child. I'm still here. And tell you the truth, I do not want to go back home. I don't. So yeah, this will conclude this little part of the video because I got to go back to work. I done been out here 50 minutes. So yeah, it's time for me to go back to work. Bye, y'all.